Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my YouTube channel today and on my video. I really appreciate your time and appreciate you being here. Okay, so we have got to dive into what is going on with Nikita Dragun. There has just been so much being said online. There are so many videos, there's so many court videos being leaked. I don't even know where they're all coming from. And then there's statements from the police, and we're aware that they placed Nikita Dragun in the male facility, the male unit, and she has now been released. And then the police are now combating and saying that actually Nikita is lying and that they never placed her in there. But y'all know that I'm not the biggest Nikita Dragun fan, but there is literally court evidence of Nikita being like, can I leave the men's unit? And the judge goes, no. So everyone's calling everyone a liar right now, and I'm seeing so many TikToks going viral right now, and so many tweets going viral of people being like, Nikita Dragun yet again lying, and I'm like, are we all looking at the same shit? Because she has not lied, as far as I'm aware, just based on the evidence that we have right now, and actually, she's the one that has been done dirty, and I'm like, since when have y'all thought that the police saying something holds any fucking merit? Please. Seriously? Like, I was shocked at that. I was like, y'all are taking the fucking cop's word? Wouldn't be fucking me. Wouldn't be me. Oh my god. Okay, so, we have a lot to get to. I have 2 articles to get to, and I have a shit ton of court footage to get to, and I also have TikToks that I want to watch. So, the first thing I'm going to start with is this TikTok that has been talking about the fact that they placed Nikita in the male facility. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, maybe, like, her identification says male. I said in my video, no, because you don't have to know Nikita Dragun to know that she's been very open about her transition and talking about the fact when she changed her government ID, when she changed every single piece of ID. So this was a hate crime, putting her in the male facility, because legally, Nikita Dragun only exists as a female. So there is no male Nikita Dragun, so that was just them being transphobic. But anyway, let's get to this TikTok that I think describes it very well. Here we go. So,
whether or not you think Nikita Dragun is a female, legally she is a female. This is a picture of her driver's license.
Female.
As you can see, there's a little F for sex, female. Nikita spent a long time going through the legal process of obtaining this ID. In 2017, she posted it, writing, after battling with an army of lawyers, courtrooms, and paperwork over the past year, my baby has finally arrived. Y'all don't know how happy this makes me. Thank you for all the love and support. She even spoke with Refinery29 in an interview at the time. She said, for some reason, this process of my transition scared me more than the physical changes, because this was a legal world I didn't understand. Nikita says it took me months to figure out what paperwork and documents I needed, and ended up taking several months to file everything and appear in court. So when I saw my ID finally in my hands, I was so excited I had to share it on my social media. So under the law, Nikita Dragun is a female and should not have been placed in the men's unit.
Are we up to speed now? For those fucking ones walking behind us? Jesus Christ. Alright, and also, now keep in mind, for anyone else saying that, oh, well, they didn't, here's Nikita Dragun's literal case file. Nikita Dragun, sex M. Yet, Nikita Dragun's sex on identification says F. So, is it wrong for me to assume that this was literally just, like, a hate crime and transphobia? So, this is now why the fucking cops are hitting back. So, I'm trying to think what I want to get to next. Okay, so I'm gonna get to this one right here. So, this is a piece of the court footage. And by the way, if anyone recognizes this judge, do you remember the viral video from years ago where the judge is having to be like the court person for someone who used to be like her best friend in school or something like that, and she's like, oh, I can't believe you've gone down this path, and it went like mega viral, and everyone was like, look how your life can go. Remember that viral video? Well, that's that woman. I don't know if people are still liking her, but you shouldn't after this, because she literally begins, and this really pisses me off. She, like, on court is like, what do you want me to call you? She, Miss, woman, she, her? And it's like, if you do the bare minimum of your fucking job and look at the identification, which would be in front of you because you're literally being the judge of someone, if you do your job enough to read what sex says, then you will know. So this opening really pisses me off. And Nikita has a lot more patience than I do. Jesus, I'd be getting more time in jail.
You want me to call you Miss? What would you prefer me to address you as?
She, and her.
Oh, okay, that's fine, thank you.
That's fine. It's common fucking knowledge to read the ID of the person. Anyway.
Looks like she's here on vacation.
Oh, from New York.
Right, and there was an incident at the hotel.
So let me read what happened. The Good Times Hotel. A battery is throwing water or spilling water at the officer and the security guard. You're gonna order the...
Sorry. I don't mean to be like... The crime is throwing water over the cops. Okay? Like... I'm not saying anything, but we are watching a court filing for someone who spilt water. Sorry, I'm not laughing. Spilt water over a cop. Ooh. And by the way, the judge literally says spilling water. Ooh, fuck me.
The battery is throwing water or spilling water at the officer and the
big crime.
Security guard. You're gonna order that you stay away from the Good Times Hotel. Do you have to go there to get your personal belongings?
I'm doing.
You're not allowed to go back there, but you can return there to get your personal belongings.
Listen, I'm not defending any forms of violence, but like Nikita spilling water over cops. Fuck me, that same cop has probably done much worse to other people. Alright.
Otherwise, you gotta stay away from there.
And Your Honor, may I ask one question?
Sure.
Listen up. Listen up.
Do I have to stay here in the men's unit still?
Yeah, I don't make the rules up there, but usually
Yes, I don't make the rules up there.
A separate area. You can contact the bondsman.
So we literally have video proof of that being said by the judge. Yes, you have to stay there. So then we have this clip, which is when they are talking about how much Nikita has to pay.
You just reduce the bonds.
To reduce the bond.
Do you have money to post the bond?
How much is it?
I don't know.
I was thinking 1,000 count 1, and then 500 count 3.
Okay, I might have to check.
Would you consider an ROR? 100 count 2, 500 count 3. Would you consider an ROR?
So basically, this is them trying to get the bond as low as possible. Now, everyone's being like, Nikita Dragun is broke, like, she's not paying the bond. But I also googled online, and it says a big portion of the bond has to be paid in cash, so obviously Nikita wouldn't have just, like, 2,000 cash on her. But then at the same time, I don't, for 1 minute, think that Nikita could just be refusing to pay the 2,000 because she thinks it's fucking stupid. I mean, that could also be a possibility. Listen, I don't know what's going on in her head. I don't know what's going on in this entire fucking thing. So anyway, we have those clips. Now, before I get to the articles, here's the most confusing thing. So I have done my best for the past 2-3 days to try figure out what has been going on. So Nikita is allegedly released. Like, released full stop. And her management really are doing a bad job at letting people know how, when, why, blah, 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 blah. Like, this management team seems absolutely horrendous. PR team even fucking worse, if there even is one. But it is flooded my For You page on TikTok with videos of, like, fans bailing Nikita out. And I'm like, where's the management bailing your client out? Where's the friends bailing your... Why is there, like, fans on TikTok secretly recording Nikita while they bail her out? I'm like, this is literally giving Nick, whenever he broke into whenever he went in under false pretenses, don't sue me again, to Gabby Hanna's house and was filming her. Just watch these and see. So we have this first one. If you're gonna ask for the context, I have no context. I have absolutely no context to that clip. And then I have this one of Nikita running to those people after being bailed out, allegedly.
Nikita!
And they're filming her secretly.
How are you, baby? Are you okay?
So, I wanted to show them, but at the same time of me showing them, I want to let you know that I have looked into the context of them, and the context doesn't really... I don't know how to say this, but the context doesn't really seem to even be there in the first place. Anyway, I want to get to this article first. So this is from like a local news place in Miami, and it says, officials dispute account says that transgender influencer Nikita Dragun was never in the men's jail. Now, the only way I can see them being like, was never in the men's jail, they'll be like, was in the men's unit instead of the men's jail. But we literally have the video of Nikita being like, do I have to stay in the men's unit? And they're like, yeah. So, we, like, the footage is... Anyway. Alright, officials from the Miami-Dade Corrections and Rehabilitations Department are disputing allegations that beauty influencer Nikita Dragun, a transgender woman arrested in Miami Beach earlier this week, was ever placed in a men's unit. Okay, well, they're the same men's unit. Well, what's that video that we just watched? Dragun, 26, was accused of creating a disturbance at South Beach Hotel, walking around the pool naked and throwing water over the officer. She appeared in Miami-Dade Bond Court Tuesday, where she asked Judge Mindy Glazer if she could be moved out of a men's facility. But MDCR spokesman said Thursday the agency wanted to push back against Dragun's allegations. But it wasn't an allegation because this wasn't like a public court hearing. This was a court hearing that got leaked. So Nikita was literally just saying it to the judge, so I don't know why they're trying to be like, Nikita was trying to do this smear campaign! No. So, yeah. Again, the police department being the most reliable people in the entire world, oh my god, fuck me. Which were reported in multiple national publications and created a firestorm on social media. So here we have the quote. Dragun never made it beyond the booking process prior to release. Therefore, she was never placed in the men's unit. All inmates undergoing our intake process remain in an open seating area in the presence of correctional staff. Additionally, inmate Dragun was placed in a holding cell by herself due to her high-profile status before being released, and she was escorted by an LGBTQ officer during her time at the corrections facility. Can you imagine the police being like, who's gonna take one for the team? Who's gonna pretend to be gay? Like, that's what this sounds like. They're like, ooh, we have people in the community too. Okay. Alright. It's been said that MDCR is committed to protecting the rights of the transgender community and all the LGBTQ plus people. I believe it. And has procedures in place for the appropriate intake, housing, and medical needs of transgender inmates. And we are committed to ensuring that all inmates in our custody, including transgender people, are treated appropriately throughout our intake, classification, and placement process. Well, one thing I will say is they have a better fucking PR team than Nikita anyway. Jesus, at least a fucking statement from the police and not one from Nikita's team. Alright, here's the thing. They are arguing that Nikita was never placed in the men's unit. But we have the judge saying that Nikita was going to be placed in it. So, tit for tat, suck on that. Like, we literally have the video of Nikita being like, do I have to stay in the men's unit? And then the judge goes, yeah, I don't make the rules. So what's that about? Nikita's lying and the judge are lying at the same time? On record? Alright. Alright. Me. Alright, and then we have this one from NBC. Trans influencer Nikita Dragun was held and released from the men's jail in Miami, her representative says. So her representative, Nikita's, is saying that Nikita was in the men's one. This is by Kat. Love you, Kat. Influencer Nikita Dragun was released from jail in Miami on Wednesday. According to her representative, it took them fucking long enough to make a statement, and Miami-Dade County Criminal Justice Records. Dragun, 26, was arrested Monday and charged with a felony. Assault of a police officer. Dragun, who's transgender, is well known online, as we're aware. Dragun's representative said that Dragun was placed in a men's unit while in the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center in Miami. Jesus, do you want any more fucking words in that name? Oh my god, whatever happened to short names for fucking jails? I'm saying that as if I know jails with short names. Yeah, there's like Belfast Prison, Dublin Prison. Like, that's what we just call them. But no, we have to get Turner Guildford Knight Correctional Center. My goodness. Slay, I guess. The situation with Nikita, who is legally female, being placed in the men's unit of a Florida jail is extremely disturbing and dangerous. Jack Ketsoyan of Full Scope Public Relations said in a statement, "This decision made by the Miami-Dade County Correctional Department..." Oh my god, these names are so long for these places. This decision made by the Miami-Dade County Correctional Department directly violates their protocol, which mandates that transgender inmates are classified and housed based on safety needs and gender identity. It's been said, Nikita has been released and is now safe. Thank you for respecting her privacy during this time. The Corrections and Rehabilitations Department of, we're now getting more words in there, of Miami-Dade County Jail didn't respond immediately for a request to comment. Dragun was released on recognizance. I'm so uneducated. Whatever this word says, take it in. It was released on that, for sure. Miami-Dade County Records said, meaning she did not have to post bail in the end. Her arraignment hearing is on December 7th in Miami. The Miami-Dade Public Department previously provided NBC News with an arrest kind of notice from Monday that said that Dragun swung an open water bottle towards police officers and a hotel security guard, causing the water to hit and spill on the guard and an officer. Dragun was also charged with misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor disorderly conduct. These are sentences are really challenging for me to read. After she threw water on a separate hotel staffer. Okay, we don't go for the workers, Nikita. We do go for the cops. I'm kidding. It's satire. And walked around the Pools Hotel area unclothed. And then we find that it said that Nikita appears as a female, but would like to be recognized as male. So what's their statement for that? What's the fucking cop's statement for that? That they literally have on record that Nikita Dragun appears as a female, but would like to be recognized as a male. It also listed Dragun as a male and continuously used the pronouns he and him in the record. In Dragun's inmate profile from the correctional center, which is the place she was held, it also had her listed as male. When referring to herself online, Dragun uses she and her pronouns since the beginning of her transition. So, who's lying? Is it Nikita, who hasn't said a single word, but there's a lot of videos proving what has allegedly happened to her, or the cops who released a statement being like, an LGBTQ officer was actually the one who was walking her around the jail. Woohoo! Whatever. So anyway, the conclusion is Nikita's out. She has December 7th to do another hearing. She didn't have to post bail. And we're just going to have to watch and see what happens. But this can open like a huge legal proceeding as well from Nikita being able to sue the jail, right? Or like some sort of like civil thing there where it's like it's like a hate crime, right? In my opinion, that's like a very clearly like you're ignoring her, at least if we're going to speak like them, legal identity. And it makes no sense other than just being transphobic. But muckers, I want to know your opinion. So we'll talk about it down below. I love you and thank you for watching. I will see you in my next one, and bye. Mwah.